From the Universal Tarot, 11. Justice. This is the third of the three major arcana cards that feature a figure seated between two columns, symbolizing an established and respected authority. Like the High Priestess, Justice sits before a portal that is veiled, symbolizing knowledge that has yet to be revealed. Like the Hierophant, Justice's feet are bare, symbolizing a lack of ego or self-importance. The two items she holds are displayed rather than wielded. It is as if she is telling us what they mean so that we can comprehend the source of the justice she will bestow. In her right hand she holds the sword of truth, symbolizing mental clarity and impeccable ethics. Displaying the sword also says there may be punishment, but only if punishment is truly warranted. In her left hand, Justice holds her scales, which represent balanced judgment without bias. Her crown is turreted like a castle's fortifications, a symbol of the earthly power that enforces her decisions. Her expression is neutral, but benign. She is ready to listen, consider, and rule fairly. Universal message. The scales of justice are delicately balanced, and her sword cuts both ways. Act in good faith now to receive a good outcome. From the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn, Justice, the 11th key, the 22nd path. The magical title of this card is the Daughter of the Lord of Truth, the holder of the balances. The path of justice runs between Tifereth and Geburah. It is the severity of beauty and sovereignty, Mars acting through Libra upon Sol. This path assures the balance of the whole tree by equilibrating between the pivotal core of the tree and the sphere of its harshest action. The function of this path is to constantly compensate for imbalance. The justice acts like a carpenter's level, showing which side of the project needs adjustment. If a person is imbalanced on the side of mercy, the sword of justice swings to the side of severity, and vice versa. The unbalanced aspects are severed by the sword of Geburah in a necessary, martial fashion. This is a double-edged sword that can swing both ways, either in the act of destroying or consecrating. Its action is like that of a pendulum, which only comes to rest in the center, after the gravitational pull of both polarities has quieted. Lamed, the Hebrew letter attributed to justice, means ox goad, a stick used to prod the beast of burden forward. The sword of justice is the device which prods us in the ribs to keep us on the balanced path, always moving forward. The figure of Maat is shown in this card. She is the goddess of truth and of the law. Here, seen dressed in green, the color of the path of Lamed and of Libra. She wears the vulture headdress adorned with a feather, her symbol, which is weighed against the heart and soul of the initiate in the Hall of Truth. At her feet is the jackal of Anubis, god of the underworld, who awaits her verdict, ready to carry away the hapless souls who are not judged to be pure-hearted. The goddess holds the sword of justice and the scales, the emblem of Libra. Interpretation in the Tarot reading. Eternal justice and balance, strength and force, but arrested as in the act of judgment. Compare with strength. Also, in combinations with other cards, legal proceedings, a court of law, a trial at law, etc. From the Science Tarot, Conservation of Energy, 11. Justice. Energy is never lost, it is only transformed. Chemical energy may be changed into kinetic energy into heat, heat into light. All these are different forms of the same amount of energy in the universe. The law of conservation of energy states that the energy in a closed system remains constant over time. In life, as in physics, justice promises a restoration of balance. When something is lost, something else is gained, and the cycle will return again. It is impersonal, impartial, and logical, and its rules cannot be broken. Justice also reminds us to consider the larger results of our actions. Everything we do brings a response from the system that surrounds us. So, what will we do with our energy? Imbalance and restoration of balance both originate from within. From the Tarot of Shadows, Arcana 11, Necromancy. Necromancy, from the Greek nekros, dead, and manteia, divination, is a form of divination condemned by all the world's religions. It involves evoking the spirits of the dead with the aim to know about the future. At the heart of this practice lies the strong belief that the dead possess special powers and can protect the living. Necromancers in ancient Greece, while in a state of trance, used to practice summoning spirits at the sanctuaries of Hades and Persephone. Necromancy is a branch of spiritual studies. Despite the very doubtful theoretical basis of this art, it has been around since the beginning of human existence. In fact, it is held in esteem by the masses. The Church does not deny the fact that, having the permission of God, departed souls may appear before the living and sometimes even communicate information that people have no idea of. However, its perception as the art of bringing the dead back to life is condemned. Necromancy is regarded as one of the most repelling and dangerous kinds of magic. It is considered particularly dangerous due to the involved ritual's capacity to attract negative energy flows and a variety of evil forces that can linger around the magician. Many people used this terrible so-called science to officiate their religious and mystical rituals while achieving truly imaginary results. Card meaning: severe energy loss, anxiety, discomfort and stress, psychological coercion, addiction, false sense and abuse of power, weakness, sickness, bluff, intimidation, fearfulness, depression. From the Osho Zen Tarot, 11, Breakthrough. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that its subject is energy, power, and strength. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, or center of power on the figure, and the posture is one of exuberance and determination. All of us occasionally reach a point when enough is enough. At such times it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake, to throw off the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate and cripple our very life energy itself. If you are now feeling that enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering the old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough can bring to your life. To transform breakdowns into breakthroughs is the whole function of a master. The psychotherapist simply patches you up. That is his function. He is not there to transform you. You need a metapsychology, the psychology of the Buddhas. It is the greatest adventure in life to go through a breakdown consciously. It is the greatest risk because there is no guarantee that the breakdown will become a breakthrough. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. Your chaos is very ancient. For many, many lives you have been in chaos. It is thick and dense. It is almost a universe in itself. So when you enter into it with your small capacity, of course there is danger. But without facing this danger, nobody has ever become integrated. Nobody has ever become an individual, indivisible. Zen or meditation is the method which will help you go through the chaos, through the dark night of the soul, balanced, disciplined, alert. The dawn is not far away, but before you can reach the dawn, the dark night has to be passed through. As the dawn becomes closer, the night will become darker.